Oh, you want to go straight from there
Uh-huh.
to? I forgot what face I did though.
Dude,
I
so much
forgot
for
what I
going
did.
straight from the thumbnail. What's up, guys?
How is everybody doing this fine, fine, fine afternoon, evening,
It's more of a late afternoon.
early evening?
Sure. Welcome to another coffee time with myself and
Matt,
Matt and
Nacho Camacho.
what is going on, guys? I don't even know.
We had a very exhausting day, but you'll have to wait to see. It was a little too much, a little more than we thought than we could handle. I think.
We definitely we put our foot in and it was a bad idea.
It's like putting, it's like trying to see how hot the lava is. You know it's hot, and you probably shouldn't do that, but you want to touch it anyway.
Yeah, it was not a good idea. It was a really bad idea. It wasn't a bad idea.
It was fun. It was just a little stressful.
Yeah, should have grabbed a bottle of wine with me, put it in the juice box. Hi, Diana. How are you? So, what are we talking about today, Dad? Stop chewing on all the pen. Every single pen I have in this house, it's got chew marks on it, like the dog attacks it, and then he wants. I'm done.
I'm talking about going back to school again this week.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about it.
Because the school.
Oh, I didn't even read that email.
Jesus. It's the same squinch.
It just means the name of the video. It's the same squinch.
So the schools around us have decided that the first week, 9 days, as they put it, of school, they want to do their little innovative
launch
ed bull crap with the swivel cameras and kids are at home but at school kind of thing.
Following full bell schedules of the day.
And
it's a bunch of hoo-ha and it's nonsense. And
they said we want everyone to feel comfortable. So if we have to pivot from face to face to this because of the pandemic, everyone will feel comfortable. But that's not going to make any sense because 2 weeks after people are done doing it, they're going to forget how to do it. So it's really just a waste of everyone's time. But whatever, they're the boss. We finally decided to enroll Bella in virtual school, so that's what she'll be doing, at least for the first half of the year, the first semester.
Am I allowed to talk?
Yeah.
You sure you want me to talk?
Yeah.
All right. It's been an ongoing, and I have yet to make my video yet. It's been an ongoing daily battle, maybe just with myself. I don't know, but it's super frustrating, beyond frustrating. 3 hours south, we try to understand where I'm coming from here. 3 hours south from here, they're in a phase 1. No one goes to school. All virtual. Don't want to hear it. Don't care. Blah blah.
But that is 150 miles away.
Right. But everyone, and I'm sorry, but everyone from all over the world are still coming here. So if anybody should be in a phase 1 also, and still it should be us. Because not only do we have people here who don't know how to control their social distancing and not be on my back, which is freaking gas station, that's besides the point. You have all the tourists, all the people who are going all over the place, who are trying to figure out ways not to wear their masks, trying to figure out ways to, ignore the social distancing, ignoring all this stuff. So it doesn't matter. We should still be in phase 1. All the children and all the students should still stay home. Believe me, I want to send Lucky to VPK. I want him to learn. I want him to have friends. I want him to experience that like Bella did. And yes, it's upsetting. And yes, it makes me crazy. And I feel really terrible. But the safety for our children and the teachers come first. I'm sorry. It's a real big problem that I seem to have. I don't know why I'm so angry over it.
Diana's schools are insisting that the kids go back to school. And initially, our county was doing the same, but feedback from parents, teachers, and the numerous lawsuits that have been filed against the school district changed their mind, I think.
They did. We were supposed to go back August, I think it was 10th or 11th. They pushed it back to, I think
it starts the 10th.
No, they said they changed it again. It was supposed to be August 21st.
Well, that's the first 9 days of school are on that launch ed, so it starts the 19th now. or the 10th. You're right, the 10th. Speechless.
It caused me to become speechless
Speechless.
because it's frustrating. Um, it's just frustrating. It's unsafe. It really is. And then you expect, like I said, you expect these teachers and these parents. Like I can't. I go to the store today, and it's both the kids. Dude, guys, stop touching everything. Please stay away from other people. You think a teacher's gonna be able to figure out how to do that with 15 kids? You think a teacher would be able to control the child at home? We used to do video conferences once a week last year with Bella's teacher. Bella, I couldn't even listen. Everyone was talking. Everyone was doing their own thing. They had their iPads, their phones, they were talking, and their dog was barking. They brought their dog to the camera. They did this, they did that. And the teacher, I couldn't even hear what the teacher was saying because all 15 kids were and the noise everywhere. The parents were yelling, the dogs were barking. Like, hello, could we have a half an hour of silence so that we can, interact with the teacher, touch base with the teacher? No, it was madness. So how do you expect this to become like? How do you expect this to be normal? Like it's not going to happen.
And honestly, as sad as it is, the real reason all this is happening, yep, is the money.
I
It's because
listen.
the school districts want the money for the student, right? So I guess they were talking about part of the new stimulus package and how much money was going to go to the states for education and blah blah blah. But that's divided by per student. So if they have less students in school, they get less money because the stimulus package or whatever they're trying to pass, they want the money to follow the student. So if the student doesn't go to school, they're trying to get it so that the parents get the money to help, buy like computers or necessities for the kids to learn virtually. And that's what the schools don't want. They don't want that. They don't want to lose the money. I forget what the number is, but if it's like $1,000 per kid, if 100 kids don't go to school, that's $100,000 out of their budget. If 1,000 kids don't go, that's $1 million out of their budget. And the schools don't want that, and that's all it is. It's all the money. That's all. They don't care about people's safety. They don't care about anything. They just want the money for their schools so they can do whatever they do with it, which is another annoying thing. And I say this every year when it's back to school time. All this money the schools get, all the money that we pay in taxes, etc., doesn't go to the schools because if it did, why would I have to be buying paper, pencils? Not okay, pencils fine, but like pay copy paper for the teachers, hand sanitizer for the teachers, Lysol wipes, markers, this that.
Because they force the teachers to pay for these things, and the teachers don't have the money. They don't get paid enough, and they don't have the money to pay for your child's work items and their school items. Now it's not the teacher's fault. So you can't blame the teacher.
I don't blame the teacher. I blame the stupid schools.
Right. So you can't blame the teacher. Say, I'm not going to give this stuff, or I'm going to, whatever. I get your, I get it. But you can't blame the teacher. It's not their fault.
I do blame them a little bit because we bought them, like last year, we bought them all those wipes and stuff. And then you went to go help out at school. Wow. All the wipes were still in the container. They had a whole cabinet full of wipes. So they don't even use it. So why are you asking me to buy it if you're not going to use it?
Well, the governor did say he did not understand in the beginning of this. I'm not really fond of him, but that's besides the point. Why the schools were so dirty. He didn't understand why the school was given the funds to clean the classrooms, clean everything. He did not understand when the cleaning crews came back and said the schools are filthy, like dirty, and he didn't understand why it was so dirty, and they made them like spot clean the entire schools.
Not spot clean, deep clean.
That's what I meant.
And the kids should come first, not the school's pocket, but that's not how the world works.
I listened to
the school's more worried about, oh my God, we need that $1,000 for that kid, so we got to get that kid to the school.
I listened 2 hours for the district board to have their conversation. Usually they do it on YouTube or whatever.
Oh my God, that's so annoying.
I spent 2 hours listening to them yip yap and this and that and this and that back and forth. But this one lady kept coming back on saying, she was agreeing here and there, but then
she was like the only one.
The funds, the money. We need the money. So it was like, So all your base decisions are money.
Well, you didn't fully understand her because she represents a, if we want to go into the political
I
speech,
don't like
but
them.
she represents a district that is less fortunate than like our district. So
Okay.
she was saying that her school, because of,
No,
I
that was
guess,
a different lady. I'm not talking about her.
yeah, you were.
No, no. I'm talking no. I'm not talking about the doctor lady who was really angry and loud. No, I'm not talking about her. I agree with her 100%.
Okay.
I'm talking about the other lady who was saying, "Well, if you're going to do this, well, the school's not going to, we're not going to get the funds for it, or we have to put in a plan, or we're not going to get the funds from the state." No, it's two different people. The one lady who I was listening to, she was part of a district that had low funds, it was a low income
They
kind
get
of
less money
area.
because it's a low income area. There's kids don't perform as well. They don't do this. They don't do
Right.
that. So
And
she was worried that their school wasn't going to get enough money for the swivel cameras, and that her already disadvantaged students were going to be further disadvantaged,
right. But
which
I
I
mean,
agree with.
absolutely 110%. She was amazing. Like I love, like I was like, yeah, she was amazing because she was putting out like
She kept naming a district. I don't know if it's our district, but she's like, so if X district has extra swivel cameras and we don't have enough swivel cameras, will we get the money for the swivel cameras? And nobody seemed to have an answer.
no, nobody had an answer for it. And they just kept going and she kept showing videos of how, and what the one thing that I also didn't understand and she explained was that when we closed the schools in March, right before spring break, we were real low in the COVID cases, really, really low in COVID cases. They shut the schools down. No, no one's going back to school. End of story. Now, when our cases are 10,000 a day, they want to open up the schools, they want to do this, they want to do that, but nothing's being
For the
closed.
money.
Right. So we don't really understand the why we're doing this. We're actually being forced. It is mandatory that schools open face to face. It is a must. It has to be done. Or I guess no one gets funded, which is ridiculous. So that's why they made this third option, which is the launch ed. Now, when I registered Bella for virtual school and I was reading all the pamphlets and all the things, and it specifically said, oh, 90% of the parents have chosen launch ed. We want you to choose launch ed. Please look at the all your choices, but know that launch ed, but know that this launch ed, and you're pushing me to do launch ed. No, I'm not doing it because it's not only it won't affect me. It affects the teachers. It affects the teacher because they have to go to school. They have to fund trying to cover and fix the classroom so it's safe for her and the children. I won't. I'm not agreeing, and I'm not co-signing with that decision. Um, so I don't really think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that the teachers and the children are um, being guinea pigs to this. This is not fair. It's not right. And that's why I'm so angry about the situation. And I think I'm justified with the
Yeah.
way I feel. Like, I don't think that I'm
You
being
know what else
dramatic
is
and
funny
over dramatic.
is that our school specifically should have extra money because they cut out the bus service from our school. They said, oh, 96% of the students live within 3 miles of the school.
Well, we didn't cut out the buses. They only have like two buses.
They cut out the bus service except for special needs students, or there's some other requirement, but nobody's allowed to use a bus except special needs and another class of students. I forget who. So I don't know how the budgeting works for that, but that's got to save them a ton of money. One, a bus driver, that's, I don't know what they make, 30,000 a year, 35,000 a year. The bus, and there was multiples of them. There was many buses, so I mean that should have saved the school hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yet they didn't do anything to improve the school. They don't even. There's fire ants all around the playground and stuff. They don't do anything to treat the school.
No, I mean, I used to stand outside waiting for Bella to get out of school, and I would have to keep moving my feet because otherwise my feet would get torn up. The kids that are waiting with their parents for their sibling, they can't play in the sand or the dirt or the grass or whatever, pick flowers, whatever, because they constantly are getting bit by fire ants. Bella comes home with fire ant bites all the time. What?
You know,
I mean,
that's
half
that's
the playground is caution taped off because there's piles of fire ant piles. What?
I know quite a bit about that subject, and it would literally cost the school maybe $400 or $500 to treat that, and the problem would be gone. But they don't for some reason.
And especially now during summer vacation, forget about the COVID, forget about the virus. It should be done during
Yeah,
summer vacation.
this has been a multi-year issue,
Oh
and
yeah.
they don't seem to want to fix it. This was before the pandemic bullcrap, but it was like, why can't the school just spend a few $100s that they waste on all sorts of nonsense, like this propaganda crap they're sprouting around the school with houses and whatnot, and it's like you spend all this money on flags and banners and all this crap,
Oh, they're trying to do houses like Harry Potter.
but you can't spend the money to treat the fire ants. They're making the kids wear masks provided by the parents and wear face shields provided by the school for 8 hours a day. Our kids are going to get sick because the child can't wear that all day. Exactly. Like on our school district's website, they got all the kids. They got pictures of like kids wearing uh, face masks and face shields and stuff. No kid's going to want to wear that all day. They're not going to wear it all day. And the face mask and face shield thing, it's not 100%. The virus is like an accumulative thing, right? The more you ingest, the greater risk you are to get sick, and the sicker you will become. So if there's one kid in there that's sick and he's breathing all day, all day, all day, everybody else is going to be breathing that stuff in all day. You think kids are going to stay 1 foot apart or 6 feet apart from each other? No, they're going to play, they're going to hug. The teacher can only do so much. It's just a complete waste of everybody's time, energy, and it's putting everybody's lives at risk. And another thing is they say, oh, well, kids are less likely to die, right? It doesn't really kill kids all that much, or young adults, or it mainly kills elderly people, right? That's been the highest targeted group that's died the most, right? Younger people have died, obviously, but the people that die the most are the older people. But it has lifelong effects. They're finding that the disease has lifelong effects, scarring in the lungs. So now
Difficulty
a
breathing.
kid who enjoys playing basketball or football or soccer is not going to be able to play because they can't breathe as good now. They only have 80% lung capacity because their lungs are all scarred because they were forced to go to school during a crisis. It's all just ridiculous. It really is. And, aside from the government's making it out worse to be and all the propaganda bullcrap against the virus, why take that chance? Why make your kid sit in a room for 8 hours a day with other kids that could be sick? It just makes no sense. And if the parents are going to be providing the face mask, how do you even know it's a good face mask? Because, all right, they're supposed to be form fitting around your face, so they should be a little snug. And I see kids and parents all outside. They have, I call them the feed bags. They stick out like this, and you can throw food on the top of them, or they put them under their nose, or
What
they
is
hang
the
them on their
point?
side, or put them on their chin. It's like, why are you even bothering at that point? Like you're defeating the whole purpose. And the problem is the mask doesn't protect you to a degree. It's more for the person that's coming into contact with you. So why, if I'm wearing my mask properly and people are coming by me without masks, I'm doing them a favor. They're not doing me a favor. They're not protecting me, I'm protecting them. So it's kind of like, once everybody can get on the same page, which obviously we can't because people just want to do what they want to do, everyone should just stay in their home and learn from home.
Are you done chewing that plastic? You're doing that chewing thing again.
In my workplace, there's a requirement for a maximum of 2 people to be in one room. Each room is like the size of one bedroom apartment. Yeah, they're doing a lot of that where I work too. It's limited number of people per space. My daughter told the school that she's not sending her daughter. They said then you will be fined and possibly jail time. Yeah, I'd like to see them try that.
So you could tell her that they're forcing you. It's actually, I was reading this the other day, that it is child endangerment.
Mary's not a lawyer. Don't take anything she says as legal advice.
You could tell them this, okay? Because I plan on saying that if they want to push buttons with me, that it's considered child endangerment. Actually, if you think about it, that's why they're giving you all these options, because then it becomes your fault.
Well,
but
it sounds like they're not giving them options.
So if it's considered, I mean, Google child endangerment. If they're put in a environment that can cause health issues, physical issues, mental issues, I can't even think. I'm so frustrated.
It, I,
Hazardous issues.
everyone is clear as what danger is.
Okay, then
Gets
it's
all
child.
worked up.
I'm so frustrated. You guys don't understand. I'm so frustrated because I always said this from the very beginning. Be a little blunt, okay? I carried that child for 9 months. I created that child. Who are you to tell
I
me?
helped create the
I'm not
child.
talking about you. Who are you to tell me what I can and cannot do with my child? I mean, wait, what? I just it like who are you?
That's what happened. Maybe it was 2 years ago
Like what
now.
the hell?
Bella missed a lot of school because Bella gets sick really easily, right? So she missed a lot of school. So Mary and I, embarrassingly enough, had to go to school and sit down with the principal, vice principal, guidance counselor, and a social worker,
Well,
right?
she wasn't so she was the attendance lady who kept saying the attendance lady who's in the school.
Well, no, she's like a social lady,
I don't
social
know,
worker.
whatever.
Anyway, she goes, they want to know what's going on with Bella. Is she getting sick? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, you don't have any doctor's notes. And I very bluntly told them, I said, do you want to pay for her to go to the doctor every time? Because I know when she's sick and can go to school. They go, well, no, but we need a doctor's note. I said, well, I don't need to take her to a doctor to know she's not going to school. They're like, well, then it's not an excused absence. I said, I don't give a crap. It's stupid. Like, you're gonna threaten to take my kid away with social services because she doesn't go to school. Well, she's sick every damn time. Maybe you guys should clean your schools and she wouldn't get sick so much.
I got a little frustrated. Is she bruised? Is she beaten? Is she skinny? Does she look like she's not fed? Does she have dirty clothes on? Does she look like she's not got clean clothes on? I mean, look, she's got brand new sneakers on. I mean, really? Like, and I think I know, because I mean, we should know whether my daughter needs to go to the doctor. Like, I can tell when certain little cues come up. Okay, we need to go to the doctor. We need to get you antibiotics before your ear starts actually hurting. 9 out of 10 times I catch that sucker before it starts hurting, and I'm always right. And then sometimes maybe it's just a little cold in the head or allergies or something. But every single time I take it to the doctor, there's always an issue. What was it like? God, I think it was the first year we were up here. We all got the flu, and I knew when what I felt. It was the flu. As soon as they started acting like it, taking the doctor, they both came up positive for the flu. I'm not stupid. I know if my kid's sick.
And then what's funny is they contradict themselves because then they send home like literature and stuff. It's like, oh, if your kid has a fever, don't send them to school. Like, oh, is your kid sick? Don't send them to school. But you told me to send them to school. They go, well, send them to school if they're sick. Then we'll send them to the nurse and then we'll call you to pick them up. Why would I drop my kid off just to have you call me 20,
That's the loophole.
20 30 minutes later to go, oh, hey, Bella just threw up all over the floor. Can you come pick her up? I said, why would I do that? Well, then it's an excused absence.
It's
like,
the loophole.
so stupid.
It's not an excuse absence. It's the loophole to where they can say she was there. It's to say that she was checked in and she went to school that day. It's an attendance thing. I don't know if they have like an attendance, like whatever they have at the school, but that's what it is. So, but the funny thing is that I have sent Bella to school sick and no one called me. I have sent Bella to school, and the thing with Bella is that she's a cougher. And when she does get sick, she has this awful cough and just doesn't stop to the point where she'll vomit because she's coughing so much. So she's in school, she's coughing and coughing and coughing and coughing. She says to me, I went to the nurse's office, but the nurse told me to go back to class. My teacher said I didn't need to go to the nurse's office. Wait a minute. So when my daughter came in and I got angry because when I picked up Bella from school, she was sick. And I brought her to the doctor the very next day because of how she got a fever and everything. Went to the doctor, she had an double ear infection. So I called the nurse. I said, so you think when she came to the nurse's office yesterday, you could have told me that she was sick? I would have brought her to the doctor sooner? Oh, well, no, you're going to call me the next time my daughter comes into the clinic and says that she's sick. Now she calls me for everything. Like, It's just frustrating. Like, I really don't think they care.
It's like they don't. It's the kids have to meet certain metrics, and that's all they care about. They don't care about the kids in general. They just care that they hit the metrics, that they're there, and that they score well on their stupid tests. Those tests are freaking useless, by the way.
It's all in all, it's
It's
overly
like the kids are in
frustrating.
jail, pretty much.
Right. And what frustrate and another thing that frustrates me is that I'm going to send my kid to this building in this school with these people. Who are you? Have you done anything bad in your life? How do I know that you're okay? Where's the background check on the teacher? I think every parent should receive a background check on the teacher that your kid is going to be with for freaking 6 months, however many months it is. I don't even know.
Well, supposedly the school does that.
Okay, it should be sent to the parents every single
That's a
year.
little invasion of
It's not.
privacy.
No, no,
No.
no. The invasion of privacy. It should be a clean record if you're going to be watching my kid. I have never gone to Angie's List or Babysitting Club or whatever and ordered a babysitter. Hired a babysitter.
Hello, Papa John's? I'd like one babysitter, please.
Gotten a babysitter offline or no. My children always stayed with family and they won't stay with any other person. I don't care who you are. So if I can't hire a babysitter, I'm not actually hiring.
Hello,
I'm giving you
babies
to
to
my
go?
kid for free.
I'd like one babysitter, extra sauce, large Dr. Pepper, and make that snappy. All right, I gotta go in 15 minutes.
What I'm saying, I don't know any of these people. So how dare you, as a teacher, an administrator, a principal, a hoo-ha, a clinic teacher, how are you going to come at me and tell me, well, why wasn't your kid in school today? Why was your kid vomiting on the floor? Why did your kid not come with a sweater? It was cold outside. Who are you?
The schools seem to think they know better than the parents because the states and the laws have given them the power to punish the parents for not doing what the schools say. That's when they thought they know better than the students. They go, well, Bella may feel a little crappy in the morning, but send her to school. Maybe she'll feel better. Like, what's the point? She doesn't feel well. I know when I don't feel well, I don't do much. Even like I'm forced to go to work, right? I don't feel well. I'm forced to go to work. I have to go to work. I shouldn't say I'm forced. I have to go to work. I don't do my very best at what I'm doing, right? Because you don't feel well. You're nauseous. You have a headache. Your nose is drooling.
You don't care about anything.
You don't care. You just feel like crap.
You want to go to bed.
So you think a kid, right? I can muddle through the day, right? I can do the basics. I can get through. I can do my job. Not the best, but I can do it enough, right? You think a kid, a 7, 8, 9-year-old kid, is going to care about what they're learning in school when they feel like crap? No, they're going to just sit there like this and just yeah, and do crap. So what's the point?
And they're going to get all the other kids sick, and it's just going to be a giant circle of sickness.
Right. It's so dumb. I don't know. It's the schools decided they knew better when the laws gave the schools more power than the parents. That's the problem. And I wish I could afford to send Bella to private school because that's probably what I would do instead. And I couldn't.
I don't know. I think her teacher this year is gonna be amazing.
She's a little loud.
But she gets in the ear sometimes. Who got A's and B's last semester?
I just think the schools see kids as dollar signs. Yeah, of course they do. No, they are. I mean, since we spent the last half hour complaining, we'll just finish. We'll keep complaining.
Well, wait a minute, because
before I forget.
Okay.
Every day, if not every week, if not every day, Bella would come home from school with something
go find Bella.
for us to buy.
Oh,
Yearbooks,
bunions,
pictures, cake, T-shirts, stickers, magnets,
Hairpins?
hairpins. I mean, you name it. Every day there's something for her to buy. And, well, every week at least, if not every day. Like when, especially when school first starts, it's like, oh, here, sign up for this. You want to do this? You want to do that? You want to buy this? You want to buy that? You want to buy. It's like, Jesus, guys, Jesus. Yeah, I want to buy Bella stuff, but not all this crap you give us. Like, and yeah, I want to know about extracurricular activities and stuff, but Jesus, tone it down. It's every day. Holy crap. I don't need buns. I don't need pins. I don't need cakes. I don't need special pencils. You charge me $4 for a 10-cent pencil. Like, come on. And then the gift shops and the book fairs and the just the general store. Like, Bella one year dragged us to the school after, like, at night to buy this stuff. And yeah, it's fun. She gets to pick gifts out for everybody, but all the stuff is crap. It all breaks and it's all overpriced. It's like, bleh.
That's why they created houses last year. Because not only did you have to buy the regular school t-shirts for field trips, etc., but now we have houses. Now the kids are all excited that they're, the blue team and this is the red team and this is the green team. We needed to buy hair ties. We needed to buy hair ties that were their color, new t-shirts that were their color,
No, see,
new things, everything that was their color.
You didn't have to.
No, but
they
come on.
Guilt the kids into
Right.
wanting it because they're like, oh, let's do it. Let's go blue team. And then the kids come home and they're like, Mom, I want this $40 shirt.
Right. And and as I was trying to say before, it's not that we're complaining. We're trying to be a voice for other parents who feel the same way, for the teachers, for the children. We're trying to be a voice to get the world to understand what they're doing is wrong. What is happening is wrong. What they're forcing the parents and the teachers and the children to do is wrong. And someone has to say something. Someone has to do something because this is not right. These are lives that we are playing with fire here. These are lives that are at stake, children's lives that are at stake. What about the children who have, forget about special needs, what about children who have low immune systems, who can get easily sick, who can pick up anything so easily and so quickly? We're putting them in the line of fire to prove what?
For money.
To get, I mean, come on. Isn't that's disgusting. So I would love, to be able to.
I know the teachers need jobs, right? Teachers is what they do. They educate kids, right? So they have to teach kids to make money. That's their job.
So they have a class like we did last year. You teach them on the computer.
Right.
You get paid to do what we did last year when we had the social learning, the distant learning.
Right.
It's the same thing.
But then they're like, what about the bus drivers and the people that clean the school and the people that secure the school?
Okay,
and
what
the
about
attendance people and these people and those people?
They just sit in the office anyway doing the same thing. They could just be doing the same thing at home. And the bus drivers, you want to talk about bus drivers, I've read several comments and forums and things of parents saying, how are you going to social distance children on a school bus?
You can't.
How exactly? How are you
Well,
going to?
you can, but you need more buses.
And not even that we're supposed to be driving a school bus filled with children. I'm supposed to trust you to drive this bus with my children, but how are you going to see those kids behind you who don't have the masks on? I'm so excited to see you,
And Diane, right. Some families are on a very fixed income. And it's even for us, it's a little stressful back to school shopping because, it's new clothes, new shoes, and then all these supplies.
And we had to do it twice this year.
For Bella.
And Lucky now, but.
Yeah, now it's going to be 2 kids. So it's new clothes, new shoes, new supplies. And on top of buying supplies for the school, just like you said, then you have to buy school supplies for home because they never let them take it home. And then you have to buy stuff for the school. It's like, what? It's just money, 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 money. That's all it is. It's turned into just money pit. And just like a lot of these Hallmark holidays that are around the year, it's just things that are generated. No, I'm serious. Things that are made up to make people spend money, to interject money into the economy, and screw people over when they don't have
He's
to
been
be.
so against Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. And
Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, St.
Whatever.
Patrick's
We're
Day.
getting off
It's
topic.
all a bunch of horse crap.
Yes, you have to buy all that stuff for school supplies, but then, oh my God, Mom, I really want this backpack, a $60 backpack, really? Or, oh my God, can I have this notebook? It's so cute. Do we really need a $6 notebook for every freaking subject? But you want them to be excited to go back to school. So now not only do you have to purchase the things that are required, but now we have to purchase things to make you happy and excited to go to school. Yeah, do we really need this cool backpack? Not really. We don't need this, oh, we need the matching lunch bag. We need the thermos. We need a drinking cup. We need a drinking cup for PE. We need a drinking cup for class. I need this for lunch, So there's always the excitement. And you don't want to say, no, we're not getting this, because then you're like, oh man. And then you see, and then they go to school and they see all these kids. Oh, I really wish I had that cool lunchbox and that awesome thermos. I don't have one of those. Because you want them to be excited to go to school. You want them to say all this cool stuff, because that's what I did when I went to school. I had my backpack, and I went through my backpack like 3 or 4 times before my first day of school, because I was so excited about all my new stuff. I had like this really fuzzy cheetah print like binder zippy thing. I loved it. It was great. It was a great napper to nap on, but that's besides the point. But I was so excited to have all these things. So it is. School was a money pit, but it doesn't show. It doesn't show.
Well, because you can't put a price on education. You can, though. Colleges do it every day.
But that's not fair. And I don't find that fair. And I find everything that's happening is unfair.
All right, that was enough complaining for today.
It wasn't complaining, it was a voice. Hopefully our voice was heard.
Right.
I hope someone somewhere is listening and shares this video with the right person, because it's not fair.
And we will see you guys next week on the next episode of Coffee Time with Mary
and Matt.
There you go. You got it this week. Yay!
Bye, guys.
Bye.